So there are a lot of assumptions throwing around that I don't like to get my hands dirty, and you know what, they're not far from the truth, but sometimes we like to do something a little bit different. Today we are reviewing what is my favourite ute. Today we are on the tools in the brand new Ford Ranger Raptor. Have a look at this thing. So as soon as we got in this monster truck, it feels like, instantly you realize how high these cars are, these trucks, these utes are. I had, one of the first cars I drove past was a BMW X5, and it felt like I could sit on the roof of that car, and they're big SUVs. We're gonna pull up next to an Audi Q7 right now, and I'm just sort of putting my head up. We are so much taller. We're a good foot higher driving position than the person in the Q7, which is a big car. And it took a little bit of getting used to be quite honest with you. It's just such a powerful, dominant driving position. I don't know why they put a horn in here, a beeping button, because nobody in their right mind is getting in the way of this thing. This is the first time Ford have released the Raptor in Australia. The Raptor is above the Wildtrak, yet it's slightly smaller than some of the American style wagons like the F-150, the F-250. Which are huge things and suit the American roads, but wouldn't go so well in Europe or Australia or other Western countries. Now, this car has got an all-new engine. We are talking a 2-litre bi-turbo diesel. Doesn't sound much for such a big, masculine monster truck. It's a 10-speed automatic though. Now what this does is it delivers power in a really technical, impressive manner. It's got about 500 Newton meters of torque, which is impressive enough, but when you add in this new drivetrain, the new gearbox, it just feels like you've got constant power whenever, wherever you need it. Really impressive stuff. So we've got the new generation of technology in this new Ford, Ford Performance, they're calling it. It's an 8.2, I think. Touchscreen Nav System in the middle, and do you know what? It's actually quite. It's a big step up from the predecessor, from the Wildtrak's predecessor. It just seems a bit more user friendly. It is still a little bit slow, as opposed to some of the German brands, but.
Please say a command.
Call Courtney Matthias. Let's just try it.
The phone is currently not connected.
My phone is in airplane mode, so that is my fault. But it does work. I've tried it earlier. How do we turn that back off? And it's got the point and shoot button. I love this. So it's got the drag and drop sort of point and shoot button. So if I want to go, let's pick this little place down here. We can press start. Tells me when, where, how to get there. I like this. It's a nice little user experience. How do we stop it? That'll do it. Thank you very much. Nice little user experience. And the more I've used it, the easier it is to get to. It's very simple connection. I don't really have much more to say about it. It's a little bit underwhelming, but you don't care because you don't buy a Ford Ranger Raptor for the tech experience. I just like to do that. Inside, really comfortable. I'm sitting on some nice leather seats. There's a little bit of suede, I believe it is, in the middle, but the interior is presented really nicely. This is a premium ute. This is the top of the range ute in Australia. That's available, I believe, right now. So you'd expect it just to have some niceties, but there are a lot of similarities to the models below the Wildtrak in terms of shape and standard. It's just got these cool little Raptor writing and branding written into the stitching, and everywhere you go, it's just got a little bit of more racy trim. And you know what? I actually quite like being in this driver's seat. Get out of my way, everybody. One thing I have had a lot of fun doing is going over road humps. Whether they're big ones, small ones, you can barely even feel them in this thing. It eats them up, and I'm not sure if this is a speed bump or whether it's a small Nissan. It's just funny. I've been up curbs, I've been down curbs, and to be honest with you, that's probably about the extent of the off-roading most drivers of this vehicle are going to do. But what can it do? That's the question. Ford tell me that this is unrivaled off-road. They say it doesn't have any competitors in this price segment on and off the road. And I thought that was a cracking comment, and it made me very interested. So I've done a bit of research, and they tell me about something called Barger Mode, which is really simple to get into. What's Barger Mode? Barger? Wasn't quite sure on the meaning and things, so we Googled it. It means a drop-off, as in a cliff drop-off. And then you saw some YouTube videos of how they describe it. And when you drop this big beast into a sandpit, into terrain, into a swamp, this thing will just find a way of getting up and going. This is a genuine performer off-road. Going through sand dunes, going through swamps, taking it off-road, putting your mountain bikes in the back or your trail bikes, going away for the weekend, bush bashing, however you want to call it. This is the car that is unparalleled in that whole segment, in that whole market segment. This is such an impressive car. I've been on a field in it, and it just handles like you can't tell the difference whether you're on tarmac or whether you're on grass or whether you're on wet grass. It leaves a little dirt path in its trail while people watch you and wonder what the hell just drove past them. So I've just finished up in a meeting. Let's put my laptop in the boot. Just throw that in there. It's about all the tools that will be in most of these things. Look at the trim. Look at how aggressive this car is. I can't stop smiling when I look at it. It is so muscular and staunch through the back. The wheels, again, they are off-road wheels, super thick tread. They will wear out nice and quickly going up and down freeways and around to the local milk bar. One thing I do like though is they're unscratchable, the rims. They just go straight, they eat the curbs, go near the curbs run away from them. Look at this thing. And I love seeing, I've been in my car, which is fairly small, fairly low to the ground, and I've looked in my rear view mirror and just saw Ford. Just get out of my way, ladies and gentlemen. It's really impressive. I like the design. And come and have a look at this. How do you get in this thing? It's large. It's a large vehicle, but you also get a whole just cliff to stand on to elevate yourself up into it. That's a whole ledge. I don't know, it's like a shelving unit. Unbelievable. Plenty of room back here. This is my driving position. I'm 6 foot plus, and I have got so much room here. There's plenty of room for the kids. There's ISOFIX. Yes, I keep a close eye on the ISOFIX now because I've got little Faithy. Perfect, perfect. The back windows are very dark here. Kids love this car. This thing is absolutely ludicrous and gets a 100% tick from me. Wow.